One. 41. A month and 11 days. This guy.
Yes, 41.
Oh
and we
my
made
God.
it. Well, the two Alis, and now with two sisters
Two sisters
on the show.
Yep. I
Wow.
am
Mhm.
very, very happy to introduce you guys to the beautiful Fabina and Mabel.
Welcome on the show.
Welcome
Thanks for
on the
coming
show.
on.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, guys.
You
I've
are
been-
Thank you guys for having us.
more than welcome, Taz. So introduce us to yourself. Let us know what you do, who you are, where you're from, all that good stuff.
I will say before we get into that, I think so. I've been following your Stretch Lira page, and it's really cool what you guys do. Just distributing all these fashion merchandise and doing it locally and making it cheap and affordable so that everyone has access to this. It's pretty cool, and I see you guys are growing and stuff. So keep on.
Yep.
And yes, tell us
Thank
about
you.
that.
Thank
Tell us about yourselves and
Yep. So yeah, go
all
ahead
that
and
jazz.
introduce yourself.
Mhm.
We'll start with you, Fabina. I said that right?
Okay, yeah, sure. I work with an agency first. I'm a copywriter.
Ooh.
And yes, I'm an English copywriter. I am 28 years old, turning 29 soon. Kind of awkward around strangers a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm an introvert rather than an extrovert. I like techno. I like video games. I like to travel.
Wait. You can't say
I like video games and then skip
not
over
say
it.
what
Yeah,
games
that's
you
funny.
play.
Yeah. Mhm.
Especially since I'm a gamer. That's not how it
Yes,
works.
we're both game. Yes, exactly.
No,
What
no,
do you
I would
play?
not call myself a gamer. I would not call myself a gamer, but I really enjoy video gaming.
What games?
Like I really enjoy it. My all-time favorite is Dishonored.
Oh, okay.
Like nothing can top that for me. And then I
Yes.
love The Witcher for sure. I like Tomb Raider. I like Shammari. I played like a lot. I enjoy a lot.
Yes. All right. No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
great. Yeah. You got a PlayStation, I'm assuming, right? How do you
No,
play it?
actually, and I don't have a
Girl
TV
is into
here.
Tomb
Oh,
Raider.
you don't have
my
a TV
guy.
on your PC. I see. I
No,
see.
no.
All right. All
I
right.
don't have.
Cool. And
All right.
then,
Yes.
amazing. Thank
then-
Yeah. And then, other than that, video game by night, and during the day, you're a copywriter, right? What is that? What is?
No. So I used to be like, now I'm trying to
Oh.
like see different things because I don't have a TV here, so I don't have a PlayStation. And not owning a TV is like helping me read, like do some reading and research, and I'm kind of liking that more. So yes.
What are you researching nowadays?
Nowadays I'm researching actually about like our ancient alphabets and like the sacred geometry and how everything is kind of connected. And yeah, so it's basically that. And I'm reading God and the State. It's a manuscript. So yes, this is what I've been doing. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's
All right.
pretty cool. And what about
Mabelle?
Mabelle? Yes.
Well, okay, I'm 22 years old. I will turn 22 in July 21. I used to work with what?
I said I'm posting down my calendar. Just say.
Amazing. I was working with the LIBC, the Lebanese International Business Council,
Ooh.
and then the revolution happened in Lebanon, and we stopped. We took a break actually. Then we came up with Stretch Lira, which is something that we wanted to help the community with. We wanted to help ourselves with. Basically, I love clothes. I used to have a shopping problem. Okay, and this is a way to change that for me. So I started reading a lot about the fashion industries and what they do to this world, and I decided to change the concept in my head and start with something great and make more people know about it. And
It's awesome.
that's basically
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Man, dude, you know who has the worst when it comes to shopping?
This guy?
Ooh.
Yeah,
You buy
me.
all the sneakers?
Yeah.
How many? Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
spend what do you splurge on?
Who are you asking?
Usually,
I see.
hold on.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's start
Okay,
with
yeah, sorry.
Mabelle. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to just give me a second.
You're good. You're good. All right. Well, let's backtrack. So what do you? Yeah, so you used to like splurge on these, or I used to love shopping as a consumer, and then and now you switch that into like your passion for fashion, and
Yeah, I
you're distributing clothes now, right? So yeah, so tell us more about Stretchy Lira in itself, how it works, what
Yeah,
you guys are doing,
I've
where you
wanted
started
to.
off, where you trying to go, etc. Tell us about the yeah.
Okay, so Stretch Lira is her baby
Mm-hmm.
first, and then my baby second. So, you know, like girls, they always, when the seasons change, they're gonna like change their clothes and they're gonna like clean their closets, etc. And we recently started buying from a lot of thrift shops here in Lebanon, and a friend of mine introduced me to this like really awesome idea as well here in Lebanon. So we're like, okay, cool. So we started like, I think if you want to see the change in the world, you have to start changing yourself first. So this is what my sister did, and then this is what we decided to do. Like, okay, since we're already on that track, and we just looked through our closet, and everything just looked really like used. So we're like, okay, let's do something new.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, let's open a thrift shop. And then we start bouncing ideas. And then we're like, okay, if we open a thrift shop, we want to help people because the situation is like that. So we're looking at our clothes and we were like, okay, a lot of girls probably have the same like clothes, you know, like that are clean, untouched, unused. They don't know what to do with them. So we're like, okay, so we start approaching people and we start talking to our friends and our partners and our family, and they were like, yeah, go for it, like this sounds good.
Dude, that's genius.
Yes.
And we
Like,
launched.
listen, I'm no foreign to women clothing, mainly because I have two sisters, so I know what untouched and unused really means, right?
Yes.
So
So
like,
it's splurging basically. So
yeah.
we're unsplurging.
You're de-splurging.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
because
although
this is an
it's
issue. Most
splurging,
girls,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure most girls around the world, not around the world, we'll say most girls, just to stay safe. They usually
Yeah,
have this.
most girls,
My
yeah.
sisters are one of those girls. It's where they have so much clothes, they wear them once or twice, or they don't even wear them at all. It's still in perfect condition. They don't know what to do with it, and it's just taking space in their closets, right?
Yeah.
So
That
unfortunately,
happens.
with most girls in my country, the solution is usually one of these in the background. So more closets, and unfortunately, it
Yeah.
starts to take their own brother's room. Because this isn't my closet,
For
by the
sure.
way.
Is that right? That's not your.
No, I can open it right now. It's like filled with dresses and like unused. Honestly, this is my room, and it's their storage room. So something's wrong here, right? But what what you guys decided to do is actually genius. So you're basically sharing it around.
Thanks.
Now it's a thrift shop,
Yes,
you said,
yeah.
right? Plus
For sure.
minus.
Right.
Okay, so it's at a lesser price.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So,
yeah.
so here's what I'm trying to get at. Viewers, if you're watching this now.
Yeah.
The reason it's genius is because I can see where this is going. So basically, girls who usually can't afford these kind of clothings, right, can now afford these kind of clothings.
Yeah.
So you give girls the opportunity to feel pretty, which is very important, right?
Well,
so I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Go ahead. No,
Go
go ahead.
Feeling
Go for it.
pretty, feeling pretty is not really, should not be the ultimate goal for any woman. Because each one, like, just like any human being, whether you're a man or a woman, like, you're just unique by yourself. You have your own style. We're not doing this to help women feel pretty. We're actually doing this to help them understand that there are better ways
to get rid of clothes.
You know, get rid of clothes. A, you can earn your money. B, also, like, you can shop for cheaper and keep the money that you have while still looking awesome. And with thrift stores also, you can find like individual pieces that you want, you know, like, it also lessens the anxiety of keeping up with the fashion trends. Like, every year, some like gazillion bags and gazillion shirts and gazillion jeans that are like mass produced, and they're just like projecting them on you, like, oh, buy this. And literally, like, the fashion industry targets more women than men, you know, and that is not correct. That's not right. Like, that is just not right. And in the process, we're really like harming our ecosystem every time. So this is, and you guys know about the garbage crisis in Lebanon. So imagine that.
I don't.
And like,
Just saying.
no?
Yes, tell us
Yeah.
about the
No?
garbage
Yeah.
crisis. Yes.
I really don't. Again, I'm
So
really
we've been
not from
having
there.
this garbage.
And yeah.
Okay, so we've been having this garbage crisis for about like 6 years now. Mobs, is that 6 years? And like
Yeah.
literally, like there is no kind of concrete solution to it. You just like the streets are filled with rubbish. Our rivers are filled with rubbish, you know.
The ocean is filled with
And
rubbish.
yes, you know, and like recently they've also declared that like 9 beaches are highly, you know,
Toxic.
toxic. You
Yes.
cannot swim.
Can't swim.
And you're just like, okay, what is happening? And if us as a community, we don't really
But what's the issue
respect,
exactly? Like, what's the
you
issue?
know,
But yeah, a lot of
like
consumption, right?
a lot
And
of
then,
consumption, a lot of
and then they just throw it out,
manufacturing.
and there's no one reuses and recycles it. Like a country like Lebanon is a
Yeah,
small
we don't
country.
have that.
We can't do like the amount of consumption that they do in the States, where just everyone's consuming and throwing out, because they have a huge system. They have a lot of trash, and like for a country like
Okay.
Lebanon, it's
I'm
better to
not.
keep it local and recycle in between, right? Is that what you?
So the issue is finding a place to dispose of the garbage. That's the issue.
People picking up garbage
that
also.
is the issue.
They're not getting paid.
That
Finding
is
a
the
way
issue.
To
also.
clean, canceled. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have like really cool organizations that just stemmed out from communities, you know, like I think the situation in Lebanon is just pushing a lot of people to be more creative into helping out, you know. And yeah, so that's why we're doing that as well, you know. But no, it's not because we want women to feel pretty. Women are already fucking pretty.
I'm not
and they're
saying
so
that they're
cool.
not. I'm saying it's like when you say they buy it and they feel awesome. My term of phrasing that is feel pretty, right?
I
Let's
get
be
you.
honest. Come on,
I
no,
get
you guys.
yeah, but like
Let's be honest. Even I'm guilty of this too. Whenever I buy new clothes, I feel amazing. Come on.
no, yeah, you feel amazing
Right?
for sure, but it's just not there for you to feel pretty, kind of a thing. It's just
That's
a choice
okay.
of word, I feel.
Fair enough. Okay, I slipped.
fair.
I slipped. I said feel pretty. What I meant to say was feel amazing, right? But yeah, no. But
Yes.
it's so how does this work? This is what I want to know. Is it just your clothes, or is it like do you take donations, or like how does it work?
No, actually, we take other girls' clothes as well. We check for their condition and we price them for them. Afterwards, we basically wash, iron, and we start releasing them on our account. On every item we sell for them, they get a 45% of the profit.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. And how do you discuss pricings? So like we're selling this for this much, or
basically I always check the item, where was it from, the condition, of course.
Like we do a full
and then
research, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So after I do my research, I put a price on them, and then I to the people with all the descriptions. And then there's like a column where they added the prices, but I always tell them that this is a thrift shop and this should be like relatively cheap. So they understand that. And if people want to edit the prices, we discuss it and then they confirm. And basically that's it.
okay,
that's how it happens.
So do you take international shippings? Like if I want to announce a war of my section of my room and decide to like give away everything in the closet behind me, do you guys do that too?
Send it.
Currently, no.
And we'll have to ask your sister, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
technically,
you have to check with your sisters first.
I mean, in my house, I kind of veto every single rule that comes. So basically, they have no say.
Okay.
I'll literally be like, listen, it's either it goes to a better cause or it goes back into your room because like I want this part of my room and I can't have it. You know, literally, like I'll show you my room right now. My bed is right there. Their closet is right there. This is not fair. So you take international shipping.
I'm sorry, you're living in the shadows of your sister.
Aww.
Both of them are watching right now. I'm giving away your clothes. There is no out. I am giving away your clothes. This is been gone for too long now. You know, so whatever. That's not. So let's get back to the topic at hand. what are the most common issues you face when trying to sell, or basically like what like running this business? Is this a business? Do you count it as a business?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess small business, and it's gonna go like if we took care of it.
You guys
Let's
are
see, like,
delivering, right? You guys deliver it yourself.
no, we
The
have
product.
we contracted a delivery company,
Mm.
and yeah, they deliver within a day or two, which they are absolute like amazing, and they're very helpful. So yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Interesting. So, but what I want to know is like, what are your common issues that you face with such?
All right.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
tell
All right.
me.
Yes.
Am I
Fabina, you mentioned earlier, Fabina, that fashion was distributed to women more than men, and I was just thinking, like, how did that happen? When did that
No,
happen? I don't know if you guys know.
not
Or
distributed. It's more
sorry,
like kind of
marketed,
commercialized. Yeah,
advertised,
like more marketed,
commercialized, right?
advertised.
More women
Yeah,
have
yeah,
more
yeah,
pieces of
yeah.
clothing than men do, right?
Yes,
Is
yes,
that
for sure.
something? Yeah.
I think.
So what's the story? Weren't
Yeah, sorry. What's your question?
weren't weren't men so like more fashionable in the past, or is it that like should it be less marketed
No,
to women or more
no. I
marketed
think
to
it should be.
men?
I
What
think
makes it
okay.
more
So
associated to
okay,
women
if
than
you
men?
go like. Also, it depends on like where you live, your culture, where you're coming from. It depends on your background, your financial background, everything, you know. But when you go out, you know, into like a mall, for example, you see like 10 stores for women and one store for a man, for example, or two stores, you know. And then you walk another aisle and they're like also like 5, for example, stores for like women, and then like a store or two in between is either unisex or just for men, you know. And it's not an issue. It's not really an issue, but it just feels like women have to. I think it puts pressure a lot on women, because a man, for example, like I know from my guy friends, like they're okay with 2 pair of jeans, you know, with owning 2 pair of jeans and like a sneaker, and that's it, living it off like for the rest of the year. And I know like men who are my friends who actually like continuously like follow up with the fashion trend, and like, and I see it like it's kind of hurting their pocket, but yet like, okay, no, like, oh my God, have you seen this? Have you seen that? So yeah, basically that, you know, that kind of, and women have to look trendy all the time because, oh my God, like, you know, if you put this shade of makeup, then you're gonna do this or whatever. And they market it with this tricky way, you know, like win the job of your dreams with this lipstick. And you're just like, what?
It's all overpriced. It's all overpriced, right? They're like,
Okay,
actually
and
quite
it's also overpriced. Like, come on, guys, you know,
brands
like you
are
wanna,
huge. You slap Supreme on a shirt, it's like goes from $10 to like $200,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and you're just like, why? Yeah. And now, for example, the fast fashion like stores here in Lebanon, because of the currency is fluctuating like up and down. So you'd go, for example, if you'd walk into like, let's say X store, you know, because I don't want to name any store, just in case. So you go to X store, and then a basic T-shirt was for 12,000, and today it's like 89,000. You're just like, what? Like, why? You know, it's just like, why?
From 12 to 89?
Yeah, that's like,
Yo, what?
yeah, that's a jump. Yeah.
That's like how many percent increase? It's like 200-300% increase.
More,
right? Yeah. Yeesh.
right now.
Yeah, so
yikes. Well, you guys are keeping it in Lebanese pounds, though, right? You're
yes, we are. It's stretch and Lira.
Stretch Lira.
Interesting.
Amazing.
Everything is in
Wonderful.
Lira. You know, everything is in Lira. Yeah. So we're trying to, you know, encourage people also like. Like, okay, so we're really hoping that we really can make a difference, and we just really, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. If we fail, we're gonna try again.
Yeah, what's the difference you're trying to make, I guess, with this?
I think just being eco, you know, like you don't have to be very, it's like all of a sudden stop like plastic and turn into this crazy like ecological person. It's more of like being just like have that sufficiency to say, okay, I have this, for example, I really do not need to buy this, you know. And if I do really have the need to buy something, I would support local rather than capitalist kind of like big companies, because they've already got their fair share and they've already fucked up everything. So it's right now it's for the small businesses, just like you support Louis Vuitton and pay $7,000. I'm sure you can use for 20,000 Lebanese pounds, which is like nothing, you know, and just like be really satisfied and happy about it. And it's also just like discovering your own style as well, because when you go to a thrift shop, you don't find a lot of amazing online thrift shop stores like in Lebanon that are currently opening, and it's really cool to like discover this side, you know, and start changing your habits day by day. Like you start like, okay, this is better. So you start seeing your trajectory, which has become more relaxed with yourself, less stressed about everything around you and putting pressure on you that you have to do this and you have to wear this and you have to say this and you have to, yeah.
I think another thing we're trying to do is to help girls accept thrifting, because in Lebanon, I don't think a lot of people understand the concept of thrifting and actually accept it. There's no shame in thrifting. It's something really nice. And like my sister said, you will always find something unique that maybe no one other than you has. And it's not only about that, it's just the idea that people have here is that they always have to go buy the newest fashion, the newest things, and it's like a competition. So thrifting is something very simple, and from this simple thing you can look beautiful. And that's what we're trying to do, basically. Help girls accept thrifting more. And yeah.
All right. Very well said. Yeah. Before we continue, Ali, you're recording this too, right?
I am not. Okay, I didn't have access. You can send it to me. I'll record if you can.
Because we might have another Willem situation.
I see. Give me recording.
So just start from now.
Beautiful.
All right,
let's go.
Perfect. Anyway, so basically my internet is being a little bit, stupid these past few days. Unfortunately, I think it's because of how many times
we hear you fine.
I deserve it because I made fun of people so many times because of their internet, and now it's come to bite me in the ass, basically.
Oh, karma.
That is true.
Took the words right out of my mouth. So basically, I am paying for something I have done severely, and if I do cut off, we have a backup recording.
Recording going on. Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
Yeah. So wait. So the people who buy clothes for high fashion are completely different than people who buy clothes just for practical usage, right? So I feel like, what are you like? Are you trying to advertise to people who are doing who are getting high fashion usually, or are you just trying to find local people, right? That are who are you trying to reach out to? I guess. Mm-hmm.
I guess we're just trying to reach out to everybody, and then everybody, just not just men. Women, just also men, I mean, because see, we have the ability to really change everybody's perception in a way, for example, you heard about Stretch Lira, so you reached out for a conversation and we're having this awesome conversation. Someone else is going to be sitting down scrolling on their phone and be like, oh my God, I'm going to think about my actions, and you just change. And it's just really to open this dialogue, this dialogue between everybody, and just touch point. It might affect you differently. It will affect everybody differently, it's based on your choices whenever you're ready or you're not ready to take such a step or not, it's I think it's just, it depends on you as a person as well, if you want to do that or you don't want to do that, or if you're ready or not ready. And
do we have local clothes in Lebanon? Is everything exported, clothing wise, fashion wise, or do we have local
fashion
clothes makers? I don't know.
I'm not sure, honestly, to be honest. Okay. I'm not sure.
So everything from what you know is being exported from where?
So basically, the stuff that we're getting right now, they're either been bought from Zara or Forever 21, or or from abroad, someone traveled and got a piece that they liked and then they brought it here. We have a lot of yeah, different names as well, like from abroad. But yeah, yeah.
What keeps coming to my mind in terms of this is there are like issues with the authorized reselling of branded named clothes, right? I think this, I don't know if this happens in like Lebanon or not, but like for
That doesn't
example,
happen here.
oh, it doesn't happen here. Okay, that's perfect because this can be an issue for some people outside of
Is it?
Lebanon. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like you need to be an
yeah, yeah.
authorized reseller of Zara to sell Zara clothes.
Reseller,
You need
yeah,
to be an
yeah.
authorized reseller of
But
wherever
then
it's being
again, like, but then again, you know, like, okay, so if you do not resell, what are you going to do with the clothes, for example? Like, what
sold.
I think big companies also, like, they need to get their heads out of their asses, sorry for the word, but
No,
like,
it's fine.
seriously, you know,
Mhm.
what are we going to do right now with the corona pandemic and every store closed down? Where is this clothes going? Are you going to donate it for the less privileged? What are you going to do it? You're going to dump it in landfills. So until like they find a solution for something, they really also have no right to talk about whatever a person chooses to do with their clothing, because after all, I went to the store, I bought it from you for like double the price, triple the price, but now I don't want to use it. So do you want to take it back from me? Like if I went to Zara and I'm going to give them the dress, do you want to rebuy my dress? No, they're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do with the dress? Okay, if I cannot donate it, you know, so I'm not going to dump it.
There
It's
we go.
incredible. Mhm.
I think like
Yes.
Mhm.
it's an opinion, you know, it's an opinion. I don't know. It's just like,
So,
I feel the entire kind of system is just broken one way. It's like we're trying to find loopholes and to not, you know, falling into same habits, or I don't know.
if
Welcome
someone
to
buys clothes
capitalism.
from you, if someone buys clothes from you, can they resell it back to you, right? Or
How does that
What do
work?
you
this
mean?
yes, circulate with you guys. I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys, or you like lend
Sorry?
clothes. You guys like lend clothes, or do you like if someone wants to
No, no.
sell something back to you that they've gotten? I mean, I'm not sure if you have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, there is exchange,
Yes.
like there is refund. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like no, so if we had a customer, like she tried on two dresses, she's like, oh guys, I cannot, and we're like, okay, yeah, bring them back, and we return the money back to her, and then we're gonna find them a new home if they ever, and if we do not sell like the clothes that the sellers have given us, we either, you know, they have two choices: either they can take them back or we can donate them for them. But we always ask, because we cannot just act on behalf of them and just, you know, because for me, I would want to donate, you know, like, okay, take this. But like you also have, for example, people have sentimental like feelings to their, you know,
Clothes.
or they have somebody else to give them the clothes or whatever.
Really?
So it's really cool. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, cause I that's weird for me. Like sentimental feelings for clothes. It's not wrong. I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's the
like
first
no,
time I
it's
hear
not.
this.
No, you don't have, for example, I have a sentimental, like I have a sentiment for this piece. I bought it from a thrift shop. And
Okay.
it's really my favorite piece out of my closet. I'm trying to live my life in a suitcase, you know, so I'm trying to lessen like my clothes, everything. And I'm finding like really cool stuff that now my style has changed. So this is my favorite piece so far. Because I
Ali,
can wear it
what's
with shorts. I can wear it over a dress. I can wear it over, like literally it goes out with everything. So perfect.
Ali,
Oh.
what's your favorite piece of clothing or set of
Um.
clothing? I really want to. I've known you for 20 years and I don't know what.
I don't have like a favorite piece, but I get what she's saying. Like every piece has like a story. I remember wearing this on like multiple occasions. Like this shirt has memories. I wore this last Halloween. I remember, and then I lost my phone that day because
Oh.
I put it in my pocket and it fell out of my pocket. So yes, so it's like so this will always have like
Nice.
memory to me. Yes.
No,
Thank
for
you.
me, my clothes
I'm
are
sure.
more of where I'm going and what I'm doing. So, for example, like this is my casual wear. This is what I wear like almost every fourth or fifth episode. Weird, I know, but right. And then if I like remove my video, you'll see my icon. This is what I dress to impress, right? So that's my. And then I have clothes that are like traditional for when I'm going to see my uncles and dad and all these people, you know. And that's
Okay.
clothing for me.
Yeah.
It's based on
We
where
all
I'm
have
going and
that.
what I'm doing, right?
What about you,
Yeah.
Mabelle?
So
What about you, Mabelle? Yeah, tell us. Like, the top you're wearing right now, does it have? Why are you wearing that for this? Yeah, you picked it for
I
this,
don't know.
right? Yeah.
I thought it looked good with my sister's top,
I mean,
basically.
it does.
Like the
There's that
colors,
too.
you know, it's like a
Yeah.
camouflage. We're like blended.
Uh-huh.
Not
All right.
bad, not
Not
bad at
bad.
all.
All right.
Yeah. So
I wanted to
here's something I really want to know. Is it
Ask.
is it like, because this business is relatively new, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so how is it facing the whole situation we're in right now? So how is it progressing with, you know, especially since it's kind of hard selling clothes that were used by complete strangers with this whole pandemic issue going on. So I want to know,
See,
like,
yeah,
what
that's
issues you
why
face.
that's why we actually, like, every item, we actually wash it separately. We wash every item separately, and
Yeah.
we let it soak
We
into
do.
in the
And
sun.
we iron them.
We open windows, and then we iron them, and we pack them. We safely pack them, and that's it.
So
That's
protective
it.
measures are being taken for each
Oh yes, for
clothes.
sure, for sure, for sure, for
I mean,
sure.
that's good to know.
Per item, per
Right.
item. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you are racking up them electrical, water, and detergent bills.
Oh man, yes.
Yeesh.
See, just to show all the work you guys go through. That's great. No,
Yes, we are,
it's
but
interesting.
yeah, but it's been fun, like, guys, it's have been fun. I mean, yes, the situation is bad. I mean, money wise, we're not really into, like, we're not rushing into, like, all of this. We're just really, like, facing it out, and it has been good. It has been good, and
It's
we're
really
grateful for that.
exciting.
It's tiring because we have to, like, constantly update and constantly be very aware also of what we're posting, how we're saying it, how we're talking to people, like, how our message is also resonating. So we literally just sit down. I think a big portion of our time goes into, like, just coming up with something and then sending it to, like, a lot of our friends, and then getting feedback, and then having the dialogue and the discussion. So we cover, like, everything, so we don't offend anyone. And because we're also very opinionated people, and we have, like, different, like, opinions and perspectives into things, and so we don't want to, like, overstep, or and we're very, like, blunt. So a lot of people would look at us like, oh, what are you talking about? Or
What do you
you're
mean
rude,
by
or,
what's something you said that would be considered blunt and that might offend someone? Or, like, can you give us an example? Like, I just don't know.
I mean,
I'm trying to get the context here. Yeah.
like, okay, so for example, if I come to you and tell you, like, no one would judge you if you buy secondhand, and you're just like, okay, but I just judged you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I just
yes,
like
exactly.
like
All right.
bluntly
Yes,
judged you.
in.
So
Yes, yes.
yeah.
I see.
So we're trying to make it, like, less into your face in a way, like, we're trying to connect with our audience in a way that, okay, we feel them, and because we're new to this, we're very new to this, so we're trying as well to, like, have self-control on our thoughts, on, like, because when you're passionate or when you're happy or when you're talking about a topic, like, your thoughts can run, and so we're learning a lot with it, and it's exhausting. Oh my god,
I know it's exhausting, especially for Lebanese people with passion. Ali.
Oh yeah.
Tell me, we got to do it somehow, right? You guys are very thoughtful about, like, your image, from what I'm hearing, like your Instagram page or your page, right?
Yeah.
So who are the, like, you guys have models or people, I don't know, your friends?
No, there are friends.
Our beautiful friends are all our models.
I will say, well, they're technically models, right? I mean, like, they're modeling.
Yeah.
If they're not models, they're modeling your stuff. So
yes, exactly.
They're modeling our stuff. Yes.
No loophole here. Can't call me out here.
Yeah. So your friends. So how does that work? Like, you find someone just who, like, the clothes works for the most, and then you make them wear it. And who takes the photos? How does it work? Yeah.
It's me and my sister. We both take the photos.
My sister. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes would be like, yo, Chica, what are you doing? you want to do a photo shoot? It's like, yeah, I'm down.
You want to go for
you want to go for a cruise? I'm down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
is how
basically we always.
You really say, yo, Chica? I have to ask.
That's good.
I'm done.
Basically, we always hit the road, and wherever we find a good spot, like, or a nice spot, we start changing clothes and taking pictures, awesome pictures.
Yeah, like on the spot, like that. Everything. It's not. We never planned this.
Wait.
So if we have the resources,
if we don't have. How do you find like the locations you guys are taking photos in?
Just cruising. Like
Our
driving
roof has been a
around.
big help, actually.
Yeah.
Yes,
Seen
also
a lot of it
our
on the
room's
roof,
gonna-
but it's all
yeah.
outside. It's all like pretty like background.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
And under our building also there's like a space and like
Mhm.
some cool stuff, like cool sites. Yeah.
So
yeah.
so it was meant to be,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
That's
I mean,
great.
like it's all there. All
It's
you have to
coming
do
together.
is just,
It
you know,
is.
get that push,
Mhm.
do the whole stretch a Lira thing, which again is pretty
Yes.
cool. And look at you guys now. You're like on A to the show, and
Oh.
it's also gotta get used to.
Yes, look, Ma, we're on a podcast. We're
Oh, you're on a
practically
podcast.
famous.
That's cool. Yes.
Let's keep our egos in check, right?
Yes,
We're not
please.
famous yet.
Please.
will be. Not
Yeah,
yet.
we should
We
be.
will be.
The idea is if you keep pushing out the content, if you guys keep doing what you're doing, if we keep
Yeah, we're
doing
bound
what
to
we're
get
doing,
discovered by like.
it's just
For
not
sure.
bound to be, like people will like, it's word of mouth, right? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
like someone buys
Yeah.
a piece off you and they're like, oh, I bought this piece off this page, check them out.
For sure.
That's
for
actually
sure.
what we're
Right.
depending on.
Yeah,
now,
that's what
right
we're
now.
depending on. Like
And-
we're just word of mouth.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
yeah.
Obviously,
that's our strategy for now.
so to our viewers who are watching, we will be leaving a link to their. You have a website, or is it just your Instagram page?
No, it's just Instagram for
Instagram
now.
All
page
right.
is
It's
so
just-
So we will
Mhm.
put a link to their Instagram page in our
Mhm.
description below.
Mhm.
You can go there, check them
Cool.
out. They're really.
we'll tag
cool.
him, of course, and all
We will
that.
also tag them
Yeah.
and stuff.
Because we're on Instagram too. Why you guys pick Instagram? Why do you guys pick Instagram?
yeah,
Because our websites, if I'm not mistaken, there are websites where you can like give your clothes.
Well, you can
sell
create
or
a
ask-
catalog.
You can, I'm not in Lebanon, huh? Mhm.
You can, yeah, you can create a catalog and link it to your Instagram over Facebook and just, but then like Instagram is easy. Everybody has, it's like super easy to use and it's visual. Everything is visual. So you don't have to read a lot. So you just like see the image and like, oh, I want that,
Mhm.
And like later on, we're really gonna develop a website. But for now, I think
Yeah,
like
we
starting
should.
small and
Mhm.
like testing the waters. We're just like gonna take it like pace it out like slowly, and so far it's good. Like it's a lot of work, manual work, but it's doing the trick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No,
All right, so that's you guys. I'm sure you guys are gonna keep doing this. So far, how many clothes have you sold as a timestamp right now?
Yeah, like
This
to
is,
this day.
July the 3rd. All right. How many
Is this
clothes have you guys sold?
disclosable before we get into it?
Disclosable? Is it disclosable? Can you share this information? I think it's cool to
Unclassified.
see. Mhm.
I can't hear.
Yes. Can you
Okay,
tell us or?
think, so help me. The founder is the auditor.
Mhm.
How many pieces of clothing have we sold?
Have we sold?
Yeah.
We've
Roughly.
sold around 90, I guess.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's a.
And
that's
not
a
just
very
on
good
the
amount.
page. Like
Mhm.
we're also
Yeah,
sending
not just on the
people,
page.
Mhm. Like.
we're also
Word of
sending
mouth.
people like who see someone might see a style that they like, but they don't see it on our feed. So basically they send us the picture and then we send them like something similar. And they're choosing stuff that are not on our feed as well.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
They
and
get
then-
royal treatment as well. Yeah. So everybody gets royal
Ooh.
treatment.
So what's a royal treatment? I don't want to know. I heard royal and like I'm in.
we
Well,
sent you,
Have to show.
we sent you
and then
unreleased
know.
photos.
So you guys have like a lot more in the catalog. Where are you guys storing all these codes? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a
We're
good
using
question.
our living room as a
We're
storage.
using our house as a depot.
Interesting.
That's good.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So your
You had
parents
like
go
an
through
extra
what I
room?
go through. Good to know.
Actually, you see, this is really cool because our parents are not here. They live in the UAE, so it's just
Oh.
us girls.
Oh.
So yeah.
All right. I see.
So
Making the
But
most
we
of
can
it.
have the
honestly.
house as a depot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And people aren't moving around right now. Like no one's really like going to go visit people and have like parties or a lot of people or something,
No,
right?
No,
You have storage
no.
for No, that's
Yeah.
good. No, that's great. Yeah.
Now, actually, we also have an alibi. So they're like, hey, no, there are a lot of clothes. Sorry, the house is not clean. I'm
Don't come
joking.
home. Don't. But,
Oh, yeah.
but that's yeah.
How many do you have stored right now? So you sold 90 around,
Yeah.
and how many you have? I know this
We
is
have
like
a lot.
a lot.
Classified
Like,
information.
let's say around classified information, yes. Not really. I mean, but like we do have like around 200 pieces.
Not bad.
Mhm.
No, we have more actually. We have right now around 600 pieces.
That's a
Oh,
lot
sorry, auditor. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, shit.
of white.
Okay,
Like,
Because
no.
What?
this week,
200 pieces in like one part of the living room, maybe. Yeesh.
How do you guys have 600? Wait, yeah.
You guys
Where'd
want
you get it
600
from?
more? I'm selling your clothes.
Like
both
so
of you.
now, yeah. So now, like we're taking. So we stopped like kind of taking a little bit more because we want to sell everything, and then we're gonna start like taking a lot more, a lot
100%.
more.
So you're
because
doing it
also we
like
don't want
one
to
step
lose
at a
we
time.
also
like when we see like, okay, so these are the like, for example, now we're realizing that a lot of items that are being sold are like shorts or skirts or like tops. So if someone wants to sell it, like give us like their stuff to sell, we just tell them like try and make sure like they have like this, because you know, we know that these are gonna like sell fast. So yeah, so we try as much as possible also to guide our collaborators with us, you know, just to not keep like all their clothes here with us, and like we don't want
another thing we're doing
as well. We're trying to take care of every collaborator like at a time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you were saying, sorry, you were
Another
saying another thing.
Another thing we're doing is basically we're trying to collaborate with other thrift shops as well.
Oh.
Like we want to help also other thrift shops as well. Maybe they have a different target, they have different people that like different styles, not the same things that we
Yeah.
post. If the clothes that don't sell at our feed, they might sell at theirs. So this is also good to collaborate and support thrift shops as well.
Wait, so
Yes.
you're collaborating how? You're like taking their
So
clothes
for
and marketing them,
example,
or what? Yeah.
no.
No.
For example, if we receive like items that we think that they're not gonna sell on our store, and they're like, for example, let's say, brand new but priced, for example, at a 300 or a 400,000 LBP, we do not, you know, release them on our platform because we're relatively cheaper, and they're gonna lose a lot of money on that. So we redirect them. So we're trying to find like other thrift shops that are similar, that have similar concepts. So we redirect them to those, and then they collaborate, you know. So we're trying as well to be collaborative with our community, because, you know, if I'm not going to take something, and if they don't take something, you know, she's going to lose, like, for example, the person who's going to give us her clothes or whatever is going to lose the clothes and money. So we'd rather, you know, like tell other people or tell other shops like, hey guys, we have this, would you want to collaborate? If they agree, they agree, and then we put them in touch, and that's about it.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Cool.
600 pieces of
Amazing.
clothing. And then where do you, just a lot of pieces. So they're all like
No, but like
tops, short
that doesn't-
skirts. That's it.
tops, shorts, skirts, dresses.
Dresses.
We have jeans, like a little bit of
Accessories.
jeans, accessories.
Mhm.
So yeah, but they're all like packed in
Shoes.
boxes.
Oh, okay.
So they have like, you have like boxes.
Are they organized? Like, do you have all the shirts in one box, all the skirts, all the dresses?
No,
all
we
the-
don't. No, we don't have that. What we have them is based on each seller. So for example, let's say XYZ, that's her box, ZY, whatever, that's her box, and
Ooh.
so on and so forth. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. All right.
Not
And
bad.
you advertise, how are you advertising 600 pieces of clothing? It's just what I'm trying to, because you don't have that many posts on your Instagram page.
Yes, you
Right?
see, this is kind of like a hassle for us right now, because we're doing everything and we're only two people, and so between product shots and model shots, and then we do like Insta stories as well. We started like introducing that, like just to, and then we have the unreleased photos. Like for example, someone would say like, oh, I like this style, but it's sold out. So do you have something similar? And we're like, okay, yeah. So we can show you. So we show them like different pieces, and they choose from. And if they like, the more we sell, the better for everybody, you know, as well. So it's really cool. Yeah.
And you guys have all
So
your
that's how we're
pieces
doing it
memorized?
so far.
You guys have all the pieces memorized? So if someone's like, I want something similar to this, you're like, oh, you know, like there's another one
actually
from the
do.
seller. Oh yeah?
I actually
Oh,
remember every single piece.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She does. Everything.
That's
By the way,
wow.
if you ever
I
need
get
of a
it.
male model, I'm down.
Yes, go take photos, Skype
Say-
photos in Kuwait.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can
Yeah.
just send them to me, and I'll take a few pictures,
Cool.
send them your way. You can see if they look good.
Well, if you
Maybe-
have clothes you want to sell, like you can just model your own clothes and then send us. Like,
Listen, my weight is like your currency, goes up and down all the damn time. So.
They really don't care about that, you know. Like as long as
I have so much clothes to give you guys.
All right. Wait, you guys said you wait. You don't really. So it's of all sizes, the clothes, right?
Yes. Yes. So we're trying we're trying to be versatile. We're trying to be very diverse. So we're accepting like whatever sizes, you know, whatever you have, whatever item that you really want to sell. And, you know, if you don't want to sell, you want to donate, just like hit us up and we're on it. Like we're your superheroes.
I just thought of a really good question, but it may be personal. So if you want to answer, you can. If you don't want to, we can move on.
Okay. Sure. All right.
The sizes of the clothes when it comes to modeling the clothes, is it difficult to find like the right girl for the right clothes? And like, is there ever a time where you will find this like piece of clothing, you're like, oh, we can't find anyone who fits in this kind of clothes, or do you, or, you know, vice versa?
Not
Not
really, no.
I mean, all of
we also pick outfits. Sorry. We also pick outfits and we show them to the person, and if she actually feels comfortable wearing in them and taking awesome pictures in them, she chooses the outfits.
Then
we don't choose them for her. We just put everything in front of her.
And what happens if you ever came to an item of clothing that was either like just, you know, too tight or too loose, and like you can't find, or it's uncomfortable, let's say, for example, right?
We just drop it. We just drop it. And then like leave it for another day, you know, like whatever. Cool. We're good. We're good. No worries.
Fair enough.
You know? So yeah. Like we either, for example, take a normal shot of it, or we have like someone else like wear it, or we don't really have that issue, you know. I mean, also the girls that are doing the photo shoot with us are really good friends of ours, and they've been an absolute blessing.
They're very supportive.
Yeah, they have been an absolute blessing, and we always have these conversations as women as well. Like, okay, so I think this would flatter me, this would not, this would make me like. We have these honest conversations with each other, and so that we don't have any problem. Yeah.
It's very good. Because we know, like, we've been trained as men to not talk about a woman's like weight, height, or you know, age. So
we'll talk about it.
That's why I said like this is kind of, you know, like it's hard to ask. But
it's easy to ask each other, right? You can talk to me about this, Ali. You can guys.
Dude, I don't care. Like, but that's the thing. I really don't care about my weight. That's the issue, you know. So I can tell you, dude, I can't wear this anymore. Like it's too tight. I gained, or like, dude, this is too loose. I can't wear this anymore. So this is what I want to know: is like, is it as easy for me and Ali to talk about it as it is for you and your models, or do you feel like sometimes they're like, you know, I'll just try to fit in this and take a few pictures? And
no. I mean, come on, we're grown-up women, you know. So we all have have our we all have our insecurities about something that's for you, for example, you know, it might be big, but for her it might not be big, you know, like for you as a person, like whatever person. So and these conversations are really easy to have. I mean, especially if the girl that is in front of you is very blunt and honest about it. And this is how, I mean, this is men that we're surrounding ourselves with, like in our life. They're like all supportive, and it's like all pro community, pro support, pro unity, and less competition, whether between women or between like men and women or whatever. So we're trying to like build a healthy community around that. And we're really open and like to have conversations, and especially kind of like consider taboo conversations, because you're like, oh, you know, I'm a woman, like I have an insecurity. I cannot share this insecurity with another woman because it might be used against me, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're shattering all that. I mean, someone would come like, we have our friends would come to us like, okay, guys, I want you to try this dress. And then they just look at it. It's like, okay, I think this would go well. This would go well with this. And they have their own opinion about things. And we love that. So, and this is what we want, how we want Stretch Lira to be, you know, a collective of ideas and a diverse kind of dialogue between everybody, like whether it's with our models, whether it's with our whatever copywriter, whether it's our animator, or you know. So we want people to bring in their own identity into this, you know. We want them to see themselves the way like they see themselves. I want them to show us themselves, you know. And yeah, and it's been beautiful because it's also have been raising our self-confidence as well, like seeing all these amazing collective of human beings, talking or directing us or telling us this or like taking part in this project. And it's been like an absolute blessing. We're really grateful, Saraha.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
I think we've reached our time limit here.
Amazing.
This was a lot of fun.
This
It went
was
by
a
so
lot.
quick.
Yeah,
Guys,
really
this is
quite
amazing. Thank you,
you.
really.
No,
Thank
you
you
are
guys.
more than welcome.
Yeah, we
So my
learned a
closing-
lot. That was
Yeah.
really cool. That was really cool sharing. I really learned a lot about how you guys sell, and it's great.
So my closing monologue is: it's really not wrong to go get your clothes secondhand or from a thrift shop, right?
No, not at
Things like this is usually, we can't all be the same as these famous people who every week try to, because we do live in an era where people like to flex what they have. Look at this watch I have. Look at this car I have. Look at this clothes I have.
Yeah.
That's to them. This shouldn't be normal. This isn't a normal thing.
No, that's not normal.
So for you to go and buy from a thrift shop is actually, it's no different to buying from the store itself. It's literally the same clothes. What you're gonna get here is what you're gonna get there. The only difference is the price. And you can either be smart about it and just buy it from a thrift shop, or you can be dumb about it and spend so much money on something you can easily get from a thrift shop. So
thinking on him.
Go. See, this is when I have to use my doctor mind on these dogs. Like I gotta do it to it. Thank you guys for coming on the show. This is
there anything you guys want to say? Yeah.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome.
Oh, shout out, of course, your show. Where can we find your show? Your page on Instagram, right? Tell us where we can find it and all that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. This was really cool. It was
Lira.
really fun. Yeah, Lira. This was really fun, you guys. And I really hope you make it, because this is really awesome. And maybe we have a different conversation anytime soon. That would be cool as well.
We would love to have you guys.
This one, I was really calm.
Don't worry about it.
The next one, I'll be more talkative, I promise.
Go ahead.
There you go. All right. Look forward to it. That sounds good too.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of A2 The Show. If you made it this far to the video and you want to subscribe, I don't know, it's up to you. It's the first time I do this. Usually I just end the show.
Done this before,
right? We're breaking boundaries with this show, right? Also, Two Cats,
smash the like button.
Ali's movie. Dude, you said 14th, right? Or are you going to postpone it again?
No, the 14th, 100% it'll be out.
14th, people. Okay. Watch out for that movie. It's amazing. I've seen it. I've seen the raw, unedited.
Two cats.
Two cats. It's about two cats.
Coming
pretty self-explanatory.
Yes.
Right.
Cool. Just let us know. Because we have two cats and we absolutely love them. So let us know.
Amazing.
We'll let you guys
We'll be talking about it. We'll be posting about it.
We'll be posting. Also, Blueberry Dye. I'm in the game. Ali's in the game. If you want to get it, it's out on Android now. I am going to sue Apple because they're being assholes with me and they're not letting me upload the game on iOS.
The game's out on.
But it is out on Android and Ali's muted right now. Thank you for watching another episode. I don't know if you guys seen any of our other episodes, but this is how we sign out, right? It's salute to cover the cam.
Yeah.
Right. And peace.